T Squad, it's me, Keisha, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 9, Episode 2 review. Yes. So, this week, me and Monique are celebrating our 20th episode of Since You Asked, and I'll have my whole new setup ready for you guys. As you can see, it's a lot brighter in this bitch. Got my lights and shit, so I'm so excited about that. So be on the lookout for Since You Asked episode 20. It will be up this week. We're so happy that you guys have been rocking with us since the revamp of Ask Keisha and Mo and all the questions that you've sent us. If you have not watched Since You Asked, you must. It is phenomenal. I love all the work and things that me and Monique are doing and encouraging and giving people hope and advice. And if you have any questions, please email us at since-you-asked1@gmail.com. It can be any kind of question. You can ask us questions about yourself, family, friends, work, whatever. But let's get into tonight's episode. So we start off this episode with Portia and Phaedra coming in immediately just shading Kenya in her home. Like I said, this season is nothing but a fucking shade fest. So Sheree acted as if Sheree asked who was that? I think she asked Phaedra if she had any titty sweat marks on her dress because it was so fucking hot in Kenya's house. So Kenya asked to speak to Portia because she want to know why the fuck is this bitch in my house. So Kenya basically is like, I didn't really invite you here. So, girl, I'm gonna need for you to exit stage left. And Portia's like, okay, not a problem. I agree. I still don't understand why you came, Portia. Like, you shouldn't have fucking came. Nobody invited you. Y'all don't get along. So why the fuck did you come? To be messy and to be silly. So Kenya says that she's sure Portia got kicked out of better places, like a rich African man's house. And I'm like, see, y'all play too much with all this shade and shit. So Sheree goes outside to be nosy and messy to ask, what happened, girl? What's going on? I really don't like this whole thing with Sheree playing the instigator. It's like, go back to regular old Sheree. Like, we understand you need all the coins you can get to keep up with Chateau she can't pay. But bitch, like, just be yourself and stop trying to be messy for the camera. You're giving me Kenya more tease. We all know that this is what Kenya does. Kenya is messy to be messy to get a check. That's not how you were when you were on here previously, Sheree. So I want you to go back to being your old self where when motherfuckers came for you, that's when you checked them. But now you're just playing an instigator, going back and forth, just starting shit, and it's just not cute. So Matt decides to show the fuck up with his crazy ass and them crazy ass eyes of his, and he asks, he says hi to everybody, and then he walks up to her and says hi to her, and he patting her and shit. And I'm like, you silence of the lamb looking motherfucker. This nigga is crazy, bitch. You better run, bitch. So he asks to speak to her. And they go to the back, and they talking this shit, and he apologized for what he did, for, acting the fool at the hotel and shit, going off on her and throwing shit. And she tells him that, she felt really afraid being around him and the way he was talking to her and the way he was acting. And he says that, his yelling almost made him lose his queen. I'm like, no, your yelling almost made you lose your paycheck. That's the only reason why you want to be with Kenya. I mean, she's a very nice looking woman, but your broke ass need all the coins you can fucking get, and you want to stay up in that beautiful ass house because that nigga over there living in a fucking shoebox for real. So Kenya says that he truly loves her and that the thought of starting over is scary. And this is exactly what we be talking about on Since You Asked. Women be staying with men just so they don't have to start over and get back into the dating scene and find somebody that's going to actually treat their ass decently. They'll stay with a motherfucker that they know ain't shit, that they know are abusive, know are mean, know are crazy, just to say they're in a fucking relationship. And so Kenya, when he go upside your head the next time, because you thought he just threw your glasses and broke a door, nigga, the next time it's going to be your motherfucking head he punched. Don't be up on this motherfucker crying and shit, because you knew what the fuck your ass is getting into. So they go downstairs or whatever, and she cutting her little cake or whatever, and it's the cake of a replica of her house, and he asking her, is my truck in the driveway? Girl, that nigga is only with you for camera time, bitch. Okay, so Noelle and Cynthia are sitting up talking about the divorce, and she's like, is this really something that's happened? Are you really going to divorce Peter? And Cynthia's like, yeah. She was like, well, because, I always heard y'all arguing. I'm only a few doors down. It was very disturbing to me. And she asked her mother, she was like, I just felt like you had low self-esteem. Like, do you have low self-esteem? And Cynthia's like, what? Excuse you? Do I have low self-esteem? And she looked at her like, yes, bitch, do you have low self-esteem? Because why in the hell would you stay with somebody that causes you all this pain, that you have to argue with constantly? Why would you stay with somebody like that? And it like hit Cynthia and she starts crying. And ain't nothing worse, honey, if you are a parent when your child hits you with the motherfucking truth. And child Noelle hit her with a motherfucking truth bomb, bitch. That's what you never want, is for your kids to see you in a fucked up ass relationship, and then for them to question you as a person or as a parent or as someone in a relationship. That's the worst thing, to set that type of example for your child. Thank God Noelle got some sense about her. But I'm glad that she asked her mother that question, because that's something that Cynthia honestly has to look into for herself and question herself. Why did she stay with Peter so long? What was it about their relationship, him, herself, that made her stay so long in a fucked up ass relationship? So Candy and Todd are doing a baby line based on Ace or whatever, and they're doing the old lady gang restaurant, but it's still in the works because of construction. And that brings up for Candy the whole construction thing about Kenya's house and how it wasn't really done when she had her housewarming party. And she tells her mother, Don Juan, and some other dude and Todd about how Kenya put Portia out. And they was like, why did she put her out if she invited her? She was like, no, she didn't invite her. Phaedra brought her with her as her plus one. Mama Joyce questions, well, why would Phaedra bring Portia knowing that Portia and Kenya don't get along? And it's like ding, 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 ding. Point for Mama Joyce. Why in the fuck would Phaedra bring Kenya when she know they don't fucking get along? Because Phaedra is fucking messy as hell. And so Mama Joyce says, you know what, Faye needs to be in jail right along with Apollo, because that bitch is just as crooked as he is. How in the hell you seeing him going to work every day with a suitcase, but you can't call his office? Nigga, when Mama Joyce said that shit, I damn near ran for the motherfucking borders with the motherfucking Mexicans. So I was done for, because I'm like, I told y'all last season, ain't no way in hell Phaedra wasn't in on this fucking con artist shit this nigga was over there doing. Her ass just smart enough not to get her name on nothing. She knew exactly what this nigga was doing. And when I told y'all last week they had gotten a divorce, it also came back in the news after she said they had officially divorced, that they had not officially divorced yet. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Faye, but that bitch is just as crooked as that nigga is. Todd agrees with Mama Joyce, and that nigga just happy that he's on Mama Joyce's good side for once. Mama Joyce also brings up how is it that Phaedra hasn't gotten a divorce from Apollo when she can in 2 months, being that he has to serve more than 2 years in jail, and that's stated in the Georgia law or whatever. And Mama Joyce says, she acted like she wanted a divorce so bad and claimed, Candy wasn't there for her doing all this crying and shit, but you still ain't got no divorce. Like, what's the tea, girl? Mama Joyce, I ain't never liked you more than on this episode, because baby, you was spilling the whole motherfucking truth. You was telling the whole goddamn truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God. I'm talking real, y'all, because I fucking chipped my tooth on the inside. I chipped my tooth, and I got to make a fucking dentist appointment. And so it's weirding me out, because I got a chunk of my tooth missing. It's a whole nother story. But anywho, so that's why I'm talking a little bit weird. It just happened like an hour ago. Oh my God, I'm getting old. So anywho, Don Juan brings up Phaedra having a boo thing. And I told y'all last season, you're not going to sit up here and tell me that Phaedra ain't been over there fucking this whole damn time while she on this damn show trying to act like she ain't been getting no dick, bitch. Okay. So Phaedra and Kenya meet up for lunch, and Phaedra says she wants to bury the hatchet with Kenya. Sure you do, Faye. What is your ass up to? Because you don't even like Kenya for real. So you still shading her in every fucking interview that you get, but you want to bury the hatchet. Girl, okay, lies you tell. So Sheree meets up with Portia. Portia acts like she doesn't know or understand why Kenya put her out of her house. What is there to fucking understand or get? She don't like you. You don't like her. Why the fuck would she invite you? Why the fuck would you come? Fuck the cameras. So Sheree Phaedra wants Kenya to give Portia a chance and tells her that Portia is in counseling. Now on Watch What Happens Live last week, Candy says that she doubts that Portia went to see that counselor more than one time or however many times that she had to film herself, and then she don't feel like she was actually trying to get help, that she did it for the cameras. Think what you want to think, but Candy, girl, I'm here with you. I see right through the motherfucking facade. Ain't shit changed about Portia. Girl, sit down somewhere. So, Phaedra invites Kenya to Portia's event, and Kenya says, I'll come if she, personally invites me herself, because I don't want to, do the same thing she did to me. Kenya and Matt are back together. She needs her pussy wax. I'm like, but that nigga, bitch, you better go in the bathroom and use a Bic, use a motherfucking shaving cream and a fucking razor. I wouldn't be getting my shit tugged on and snapped and shit for this broke ass nigga. So some girl named Lena has told Kenya that Sheree was talking shit about her house. And they show footage of Sheree actually talking shit about the girl house or whatever. So Kenya tells Candy and Cynthia, she was like, my name is on my house. Your mother's name is on Chateau Thelma, because she's trying to dodge the IRS. Child, I was like, Kenya, y'all need to stop it with this foolishness, because y'all just killing me with all this fucking shade going back and forth. So if that girl house really is in her mama name, child, and I really believe that it is, Sheree, your old ass need to get somewhere and sit down. Still getting houses and shit in other motherfuckers' name. Girl, you probably gonna, that light bill probably in her oldest daughter name. Shit, the gas bill probably in the son name. The gas bill probably in the daughter name. Girl, her credit probably all the way fucked up. So Cynthia and Peter meet up, and it's very awkward, but Cynthia looked great, baby. She had them legs out, honey. So she asks him why he hasn't reached back to her attorney. He's like, it's not a priority in my life. What, my nigga? Excuse you? Bitch, I don't want to be with you no more. That's a very big priority in your life, bitch. I want to divorce you. Call this motherfucker back. So he says, you were at this place of not wanting to be in a relationship with me long before I was there for you, and it's going to take me a minute to catch up. Well, nigga, how much time you got? Shit, life is short, my nigga. Call. Shit. So he says he been having chest pains. She'd have to go to emergency room. I'm like, nigga, that's all that money mismanagement and cheating your ass is doing, catching up on your bitch ass. So he says, he on his, when you go to the hospital and you got to put next to kin or somebody you can call, and he feel bad because now he can't call her. She's like, you can call me. I'm like, Cynthia, don't fall for it, nigga. That's a motherfucking trap. He trying to make you feel bad because you don't want to be with him. And she was like, no, you can call me. I always want to be there with you. I told you that, whatever happens between us, I still want to be your friend. And, I still love you. I just don't want to be married to you. And I'm like, Cynthia, bitch, slow clap for you. If you don't tell that motherfucker the truth. So right then and there, he decides to call the lawyer and man up and go ahead with this fucking divorce. And I was like, Peter, about time you did something right. So Candy and Phaedra arrive to Portia's little get together first, and they don't talk. It's very strained, very awkward between them. Sheree comes and asks, did y'all come together or did y'all make up? And they looking like, awkward. No, we didn't. So Kenya and Cynthia arrive next, and Portia decides to be on team Cynthia and Kenya to show her growth, because they're at this mystery box kind of like little place where you got to do a scavenger hunt type shit or whatever. And neither of the fucking teams can figure out the shit because they both fucking dumb. So after the event, Kenya confronts Sheree about talking about her house and shit. And she brings it up to her by saying, we should work together as far as helping each other with our homes. And Sheree's like, oh, girl, we should. And she's like, no, bitch, I was just playing. I don't need no motherfucking help. And Sheree puts down her purse and was like, and Kenya was like, don't hit me with it. And she was like, I'm putting it down so I don't hit you with it. And I'm like, y'all stop it. So Kenya tells her what the Lena girl told her, and Sheree says it still needed a lot of work. I'm not gonna take back what I said about your house. And Kenya was like, I told everyone that when they arrived that my house still needed work or whatever. So Sheree brings up, Kenya saying that little 5-year little remark about her house. And then Kenya says she would never throw shade at Sheree inside her own home. I'm like, doesn't matter if it's in the house, outside, in the outhouse, in the backyard. Well, doesn't matter. Shade is fucking shade. So Sheree was like, girl, we could have helped each other. And Kenya says, we just met a year ago and I'm in my house and you still working on yours. Kenya calls Sheree a bitch, which I thought was too much, and brings up Sheree's house being in her mama's name. And you see Sheree didn't deny the shit. She was very caught off guard when she said that shit. Sheree calls her a hoe, and she puts her hand all in Kenya's face, and Kenya says she don't need another man being aggressive with her. And decides she's gonna leave at this point. Sheree says she got all her shit from IKEA. And I'm like, girl, what's wrong with IKEA? I love IKEA. I'm sitting in my IKEA desk right now. And Ken twirls on her, and then Sheree tells her, girl, twirl on them baseboards. Nigga, I died. The reads are funny, but it's too fucking much. I just can't with these hoes. I give tonight's episode a B plus. It was good. Let me know what was y'all funniest part of tonight's episode. The most heartfelt thing about tonight's episode for me that stood out the most to me that I felt like was some real shit was the shit between Cynthia and Peter. All the rest of that bullshit was just some fuck shit. Mama Joyce gave me life. Mama Joyce is the MVP of this motherfucking episode because she told the truth and shamed the motherfucking devil. Leave your comments down below in the comment section. Make sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not. And please turn on your notifications. I will be doing a review of Married to Medicine tonight. Tomorrow I'll be doing the Love and Hip Hop season 3 reunion part 2. Black Ink Crew and Vanderpump Rules reviews, as well as a new episode of Since You Asked Me up this week. And with my whole new backdrop and everything, I'm so excited for you all to see the new setup. You're getting a little preview of the light situation. I'm so much brighter in this bitch. I can see all of this. So yeah, I didn't do a beat of a week today because I was fucking tired. I went out last night. Bitch was out here. So I'm gonna do the beating shit Tuesday with me and Monique film. Make sure you send in your questions if you have not already. We have like over 16 fucking questions. So we'll be filming for a few hours when we do. I thank you all once again for the love and support. I love each and every one of you. I read all the comments and I try to respond back to everyone. Just thank you all for continuing to support my channel. I'm over 16,000 subscribers now. I've been working so